And I know, Don, that you have traveled extensively. You've spoken at many different places. What's been the most bizarre question that you've been asked during your travels?
Are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go. In Lake Charles, Louisiana, a book signing line went on for 2 hours. This lady was at the end of the line, and she had waited for 2 hours to ask me this question. Don, I love your book. I love your story. It's just amazing. But I have to know this. When you were in heaven, did you see Elvis? Serious, just as serious as she could possibly be.
Wow.
And I looked around for cameras like, okay, this is
I'm
a
being
setup.
punked,
Yeah,
right?
setup. And I said, and I was answering the question. And as I was answering, I was listening to myself saying, I can't believe I'm saying this. I mean, I can't believe I'm answering this question. And I said to her, ma'am, I did not see Elvis in heaven. Now, that doesn't exclude him. Doesn't mean he's not there. And I was thinking as I was talking about Crying in the Chapel and all these other songs, and I'm thinking about those. And so I said, but I did not see Elvis in heaven, and I sure like to believe that he's there. Are you ready to go? And I kind of witnessed to her. Several years passed. I'm at a church in Bossier City, Louisiana, and I was introduced to Elvis Presley's guitarist, James. And I told him the story of being in Lake Charles and having the lady ask me in complete seriousness if I'd seen Elvis. He laughed, stumbled all over the place. When he finally got a handle on himself, he says, he's there. And I said, really? He said, yes. When we were in Las Vegas, Maud, Amy, Rex Humbard, they came to hear us play concert. Afterwards, they came back to the dressing room, and Rex Humbard said, you were fabulous. You're the best entertainer I've ever seen in my life. And you sing those gospel songs, Elvis, but I want to know if you really believe that, if you really are ready for heaven, and you're really going. And Elvis, said, well, yeah, I believe I'm going. And he says, well, let's make sure. You would like to make sure? Elvis said, yes. So they all got on their knees and they prayed a prayer of salvation.
Wow.
The whole band, Elvis Presley, the whole band, and got up on their knees, and they were all applauding and saying hallelujah. And so James told me, he said, anytime somebody asks you again if they saw Elvis in heaven, which incidentally has not happened, you tell him that he's there. I said, okay. So that story was completed in a period of probably 7 or 8 years. But that's the most bizarre question I've ever been asked.